Hello, I'm Trevor, and I want to welcome you to the JPEG experience. It is sunrise, and we are in Malibu, California, at Malibu Lagoon State Beach. Today, I'm here with the brand new R5, and I am super excited to try out the new feature, Animal Eye Autofocus. I'm here with the brand new Canon R5 on the 100 to 400 millimeter lens. I want to try out the brand new feature on this Canon R5, the Animal Eye Autofocus, a feature that doesn't get talked about too much, and I am super excited to test out. It's not unique to Canon, but this is the first time it has been put into a new body. I don't think it's been talked about enough. Everyone's focused on the overheating and the video features and hasn't given some of the new features of the Canon R5 enough credit. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to throw my camera into manual mode. I'm going to keep my shutter speed right around 1/400th of a second, keep my aperture as wide open as possible, and I'm going to keep my ISO on auto. I am curious to see how the high ISO on this new body is going to look. So to turn on this feature, you just go to the autofocus section, go to subject to detect. I'm going to turn it to animals, eye detection enabled, and we're good to go. Let's go try it out.
My eyes can't help looking at you right now. So much emotion, just pick your poison. Is every move you make even allowed? Can't get enough. I try my best to look away, but I can't stop. Am I a freak to you? We almost touch. I feel your body move my way, you're close enough. So I say, can't take my eyes on you. You were all I see. Can't take my eyes on you. You know what I mean. Can't take my eyes on you. You were all I see. Can't take my eyes on you. Take my eyes on you. Yeah. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes on you. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take
I was testing out this Animal Eye Autofocus, and I cannot believe how good that works. It almost makes it too easy, but what it does do is it opens up a lot of shots that I would not have been able to do with any other camera I've shot with. Normally, tracking a bird's eye is relatively difficult, especially if they're moving around, hopping around, looking for food, flying. Most of my time is just trying to get that autofocus. This, it just takes that out of the equation. So I was able to take the camera off my eye and, you know, use the screen right up on the ground to get some unusual perspectives, and the camera did its thing while I just tried to get some difficult compositions, and it just nailed autofocus every single time. It was remarkable. It tracks the bird's body, narrows in on the head, and then just gets the eye and just stays on the eye so quick. I spent a fair amount of time with a little egret that was hopping around over here, and got some great shots of him. Even in low light, I was here right at sunrise, even before sunrise actually. So I think, wow, blown away, blown away. This thing is incredible. I was a little concerned with EF glass on the adapter. Not an issue, not an issue at all. I'm very happy with this camera, very happy with this feature. It's gonna make animal photography that much easier. I'm sure the hit rate of just perfect autofocus on that eye is remarkable. Now I'm curious to see if I give this to someone that has no idea on how to even use a camera, how to even find autofocus. If anyone just can pick this up and do it. I did some screen recording on my phone of the remote view, so hopefully I can show you how easy it is to track these birds and the eye of these birds. And man, what a blast. I thought some of these birds would have a hard time tracking the birds. There's this little blackbird that I was like, all right, there's no contrast on this bird. Maybe it'll have a hard time picking it up. No issue whatsoever. Birds flying, no problem. I spent a fair amount of time with this, I think it was an egret, and I was able to get shots that I would never have been able to get without the Animal Autofocus. Normally it's kind of a struggle to get the bird in focus, the eye in focus. A lot of times I don't even bother with, you know, autofocus. I just do a one-point autofocus and do it myself. But this easy mode, this thing was just absolutely easy mode. I can't wait to go home and check out the shots that I got.
Thank you so much for continuing to watch my video. I'm sure that you noticed I had a blast at the beach testing out the R5 and the Animal Eye Autofocus. I want to show you some of the shots I took. These shots have been edited in Lightroom, and while they may not be the best shots ever, I still want to share them with you and the reasons behind them. This is a pretty basic shot of a seagull. I took this just a few minutes before first light, and the seagull had just dipped his head into the water. You can still see the water drops in the air, and the autofocus had no problem even in low light and my ISO at 2000. This is a bit higher than I usually like to go, but you can see in the image that it came out crisp and reasonably noise free. I like this image where I'm shooting into first light. The egret is strongly backlit, and the autofocus had no problem locking focus. This is a shot I would normally switch to one-point autofocus and zoom in 10 times to get perfect focus. I wasn't tempted to do that because autofocus locked onto the eye so easily. This is just a split second later when the egret was flying off. If I was with my old camera and was in one-point autofocus mode, there would be no chance of me capturing this image. This is the true value of the new mode, capturing images I wouldn't have before. As I mentioned earlier, I thought that the Animal Eye Autofocus might have issues tracking this bird. I figured because it was solid black and was not contrasty that it would struggle. I was wrong. It had no more trouble on this bird than any other. This is not a great image, but I'm showing this because this is a normal perspective when the camera is up to your eye and you're working hard to keep focus on the subject. The result is that you're looking slightly downward on the subject, limiting the composure. Here you see where I was able to trust the Animal Eye Autofocus and took the camera off my eye and put the camera as close to the ground as possible. Using the LCD screen, I was able to get a composure I liked while the autofocus kept locked on the eye. Another example of a shot I probably would not have been able to get with my previous camera. I really appreciate you staying around and watching. I really did have a good time with the Canon EOS R5 using the new Animal Eye Autofocus. It was not 100% perfect, but it was very consistent at tracking the subject. I hope you enjoyed and got some value from my video. If you did, please like and subscribe for future videos. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.